So, whenever I make, like, any video where I'm talking like this, maybe a game review, maybe, some other video, you'll see this game collection behind me. This is pretty much the first thing you should notice is the game collection. Now, as someone who collects video games, I'm going to tell you exactly why you shouldn't fucking start this. You should not. This is probably one of the worst things I have. The first reason is because of shelf space. I have no fucking room for anything else. If I had to estimate, probably one more game can fit on the fucking top shelf. Collecting games, you really need the space. And I don't have that space. Even if I get another shelf, I can't really put a shelf anywhere. So yeah, this is the big reason why you should not collect video games, is just the space. If you can, buy digital games. And that will be a better thing for the next reason. Games will just fucking break because it's fun. I'm going to show you some footage of the back of 2 game discs. Alright? 2 game discs. One of them is a Blu-ray, which looks like it has no scratches whatsoever. And since it's a Blu-ray, it reads better. And the other one is of a DVD that looks like it's been put into a paper shredder. And DVD is a weaker laser. So, which one do you think works? If you selected the Blu-ray disc, which looks like it has no scratches, you'd be wrong. That doesn't even get into the fucking main menu. It doesn't even show up. It just shows up as invalid disc. While the game that looks like it's been put into a paper shredder works perfectly with no issues whatsoever. Why is this? Well, it's because physical discs just feel like doing stuff, they feel like not fucking existing most of the time. It's super fucking weird. Now, the Blu-ray game is Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. I paid $10 for this at a fucking GameStop. Even the GameStop employee says, yeah, it's a pretty good condition disc. I should have taken a hint that if he fucking said that, then the game doesn't work. Because why would someone be giving away this game at a GameStop for fucking $2 in-store credit, it's the perfect scam. It fucking really is. You can literally just go in with a giant stack of broken Wii U games that look like they're in pretty good condition and fucking give it to GameStop. It's the fucking perfect scam. Holy shit. And that really upsets me. I was trying to find the answer to why this doesn't fucking work. And that comes up to our next issue about collecting physical games, getting answers to stuff. You won't. You will not. I just want to know why my one single non-scratched Wii U game doesn't work. You'll look that up and people will be like, my entire Wii U collection doesn't work. Even Wii games don't work. Oh, it must be an issue with your console. Oh, some games work, but others don't. It must be an issue with your console. It's not a fucking issue with my console. I literally sat down and tested every fucking Wii game I had. I sat down and fucking tested 15 Wii games. All of them worked. It's definitely not an issue with my fucking game console. It's an issue with this game. I want to know why this game doesn't fucking work. I'll look up the error codes. One of the error codes, 1999999, the only answers were from people who hacked their fucking console and can't open the homebrew browser. Motherfucker, I never hacked it. I never hacked my Wii U console because I don't have a reason to. There's not really any games I want to play on the fucking Wii U for free because, what the fuck is the point? They're all fucking 7 gigabytes anyway. That would fill up my flash drive. So, trying to find the answers why this doesn't work is incredibly hard until you go to the fucking 100th page on goddamn Google and see, oh, games just don't work. Sometimes it's just a thing they do. And they'll give me a detailed explanation, being it's because, the game can shatter internally. And I'll sit there what the fuck does that mean? Does that mean I have to rebuff it or some shit? You know? There was this one guy who had a copy of Black Ops for Wii U. And he said that he got it from a flea market, but the game didn't work. And he was wondering if he could resurface it. Fucking everyone said no, you can't. And the end answer to his story was he just bought a new copy. That's not a good answer, man. And there was another guy who asked the same question, and it was specifically with this game. He never got an answer. The thing is, I don't like the answer. I fucking hate the answer, oh, I just bought a new copy. Okay. What do you say if someone's copy of Wii Sports Club doesn't work, huh? You just going to tell them, oh, just buy a new copy. Motherfucker, that game's $70 disc only. You're lucky it happened with a cheap game. But God knows what would happen with a more expensive game. I really don't like that answer. And this isn't the first time that I've had a disc that looks really fucking beautiful that didn't work. Same thing happened with my copy of Eminem's Beach Party. Every time that you see me playing Eminem's Beach Party, it's from a downloaded ROM that I put onto a flash drive and played on real console. Now you're probably saying, oh, why don't you just emulate it? Well, because emulating the Wii is fucking impossible. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's physically not possible. So yeah, every time you see me playing Eminem's Beach Party on my Wii, just know it's a downloaded pirated ROM of Eminem's Beach Party that I'm playing on real hardware, because that's really the only way to do it. But at least with this one, I can at least get to the menu before it says it doesn't work. So yeah, that's a really big thing, is that you're going to have to look up why you get these issues. And the problem is, if it's a console that gets modded really easily, people are just going to be like, oh, it's an issue with the mod. I'm having issues with the mod, while you're just trying to get the answer on why your real, legitimate copy doesn't work. I think same thing happened with my Dreamcast, because my copy of Sonic Adventure works fucking like 30% of the time. Sometimes it'll boot up and work perfectly, but other times it just won't fucking do anything. I'll look up why it doesn't work, and I'll get from people who fucking pirated Dreamcast games and backed them up. Like, motherfucker, I have a real copy. I can't just make another fucking backup of it. So, yeah. And another thing is, if your console has an issue with modern-day technology, you're fucked. The PSP is really bad about that. This cannot connect to modern Wi-Fi. You have to have specific internet settings. You have to go into the fucking settings of your fucking router on a web browser and change it, which, by the way, makes every single device that you have connected to the internet forget what your password was on the fucking router. Just for the fucking PlayStation Portable. That is not worth it. Luckily, most phone hotspots can connect to this without a password. That's how I've been able to get on the internet and have a Little Big Planet theme on it. But then another issue arises. I can't get this to connect to Sony PlayStation Network, and the fix was, oh, you should have just had it on the console before. Thanks. I bought this recently. So yeah, you're not connecting this to fucking PlayStation Network no more. There's fucking no way. And then there's the Dreamcast, which slowly over time, the laser speed could get too slow because the fucking laser speed screw becomes, like, moves. So now it's gotten to the point where I can just take my Sega Dreamcast's fucking top off, because I don't want to have to deal with screwing in 4 screws. It's fucking a waste of time. Yes, I keep my Dreamcast like this. I keep it unfucking screwed so I don't have to deal with the Dreamcast's bullshit. Now, time for the last reason why you should not have a physical game collection is, are you actually going to be playing these games? I have not booted up this console for an entire fucking year. Almost the entirety of 2021. I have not booted up this fucking console. I never had a reason to. I may have booted up like once or twice. But there's nothing to do on it. Now, you'll see like millions of people who are like, oh, why you should hack your 3DS? Because you can play pirated games. That's pretty much every fucking tutorial. That's every reason why you should fucking hack your 3DS. You can play pirated games. You can play games that aren't on there. But are you really fucking sure? Like, I'm not saying that hacking consoles or pirating games is bad. You should 100% fucking do those. But, like, it's like putting games onto this. Like, I know it's easy, but is there actually a fucking reason to? Like, are you realistically going to be playing fucking Doki Doki Literature Club on the fucking 3DS or Five Nights at Freddy's when you could just go to your computer and play them? Like, that's the biggest issue. This Atari 2600 right here. Fucking, I don't care about the games. I might play them like once or twice. I recently tried to speedrun fucking Donkey Kong just because I thought it'd be funny. Like, the consoles that I have that I use for more than an hour is my 360, my Xbox One, and my Wii U. That's because these have games that I want to play on them. Maybe the Wii if I'm really in a Pikmin 2 mood. But that's about it. I cannot play any of the consoles that I have for more than like 20 minutes before I get bored. Like the Dream. Now, it's not the issue that I don't have any games. Like, I could literally have every fucking Wii game and still not play the damn Wii. And that's just because I don't want to play these games. I don't have any incentive to play these games. I don't care enough. The games I like to play are the ones where I can literally just sit down and not give two shits about. Like, that's why I bought Cyberpunk recently. Is because this is a game I can just fucking sit down and play without worrying. The Xbox 360 is pretty much the same. Like, New Vegas. This is another game that I picked up, even though I already own 2 copies of New Vegas. I bought it a third time just so I could sit down and play it and get Xbox achievements for it. I don't really have a reason to play these old games because, like, I'm the type of guy who sits down and watches videos when I'm bored. I don't really play games all that much. So that's why I also am a really big DVD collector. Well, with DVDs, there's a legitimate reason why I have these. Is because some things you can't stream. A perfect example is this. This is a fucking thing you can't stream because nowhere fucking sells it. Like, yeah, you can pirate it, but you're not getting the highest quality, come on. Now I'm on to the point where there's a lot of controversy around that's being, should I just emulate games? 100% yes, fucking do it. Don't waste money on a fucking console you won't play. That's why I never bought a physical copy of Hotel Mario, even though I've been saying, hey, one day I'll buy a copy of Hotel Mario for fucking $100. You know, I never did it because, one, I don't have the fucking $300 console because no one fucking bought a CDI, you know. And 2, it's fucking Hotel Mario. I know it's like one of the games that like I unironically like, but I don't want to fucking buy Hotel Mario. Like, come on, let's be for real. There's no reason to buy Hotel Mario. And like, if you do have the option of emulating, fucking do it. Now, if it's for something like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, you might want to be a little careful, because I'm pretty sure you can get in big trouble with those. Maybe not the PlayStation 3, but 100% the fucking Xbox 360, because you can still buy them. But like stuff like the Nintendo consoles, minus Switch, you can just download those, no risk. As long as you're not like fucking downloading torrent files. Like, there's 100 sites that don't give you torrent files that you can just download from fucking Internet Archive, you know. But everyone's like, oh, you know, if I pay for my games, you have to too. And to that I say, then why'd you buy a 1,000-year door? You know that game's expensive, and you know no one else is gonna fucking buy it. Listen, if you think piracy is bad, then that's okay. If you really don't want to pirate a game and you want to buy it physically, go ahead. Like, even I'm guilty of fucking buying games that are expensive. Like this one right here. Like, I could just emulate Luigi's Mansion, but I bought it because, you know, I fucking love this game. This is a really good game that I fucking love. If you think piracy's bad, that's okay. Just don't fucking push your dumbass fucking stupid agenda on other people. No one gives a shit about your fucking opinion. You know? I'm personally on pro-piracy. Like, hey, if the console is shut down, like the 3DS or Wii U, where you can't even buy the games anymore digitally, like, that's pretty much the end of the storefront. Personally, for me, if the console's been out for longer than 10 years, and you can't buy the games digitally anymore, then 100% pirate them. The only ones I wouldn't recommend are the games that you can, you know, backwards compatible games. Those are the games I would be careful of. That's why I say be careful when pirating 360 stuff. If it's Xbox Live Arcade games that you downloaded off, like, Internet Archive, then yeah, sure. But if it's, like, a full game, like Portal 2, which is backwards compatible and you can still buy, and you got it from, like, some fucking torrent website, then I would be fucking careful. You might get a fucking letter saying that they're going to shut off your damn internet. So, yeah, I would be careful of that. But if you really don't want to spend like $100 on fucking Thousand Year Door, which personally to me I couldn't give two shits about that game, then go ahead, fucking pirate it. You'll have a better time on an emulator because you'll be able to play it in like fucking widescreen 4K, you know? There's also another argument, which is about like, oh, if you upload game music, you are stealing the game music. And to that I say, shut the fuck up. No one asked you, bro. Tell me the last time you can buy the fucking Garfield Tale 2 Kitties PC game soundtrack on fucking CD. Or digitally. No, you fucking can't. The only people you can fucking listen to the soundtrack on are the people who fucking uploaded the soundtrack. I shouldn't have to boot into a game, go into a random-ass level just to listen to the music. That's a fucking complete waste of time. If someone wants to listen to the music, they should be able to listen to the music without you fucking complaining.
Holy shit, is this a plug? Yes, I'm going to be plugging my music channel, the Silas Sterling Reuploads Music, BRLA. I'm plugging it because, honestly, it has a good selection of music. I don't like doing the Mario games, so you're not going to get a lot of those, but at least there's Mario Galaxy, so don't cry about that. Also, please do not subscribe to that channel, as the more subscribers I get, the more Nintendo's going to kick down my door and kill me. So please, for the love of God, do not subscribe to my channel. Just listen to the music.
So yeah, if you can, just emulate games. It's cheaper, you know, you won't have to worry about this. But there are some consoles that are pretty hard to emulate. Like, I wouldn't stay away from these. Like, you won't get in trouble for emulating them. I'd just say it's a pain in the ass. The biggest console is the Wii. Emulating the Wii fucking sucks. It's not that none of the games are compatible, it's the fact that you have to emulate one of these things. That's not very easy. Personally, if you want to play Wii ROMs, put them on a flash drive and hack your personal Wii. Because you'll be getting there's no emulation. There's no emulation. You are playing ROMs on official hardware. There is no emulation. It would be the exact same as just putting in the disc, except you'd probably get faster load times. That's what SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom speedrunners did with their Xbox. They ripped their own game disc and then played it on official hardware. That's a really good thing to do. I think even Xbox lets you do that. Like, the 360, you can download the disc to your console, so you don't have to worry about, you know, the disc loading times, because the entire game's data will be on the console, and you could just put the disc in and have the console loading the games instead of the disc. So that's why I say, if you're going to download Wii ROMs, put them on a fucking flash drive and play them on official Wii hardware. Because you don't want to try and emulate one of these with a mouse. Now you're probably saying, oh, just pointer, left click, right click, it ain't too hard. Now tell me, how do you emulate one of these movements? You can't just move the mouse up, you know, or this. You know, you can't really emulate that very well. And it gets even harder when you have to flip the Wiimote sideways to play a game. Super Paper Mario is one of those games where you're going to be needing to switch the Wiimote a lot. I think same thing with WarioWare. So yeah, emulating the Wii has like 50 million different problems. I would just say, put the ROM on a flash drive and play it on official hardware. So yeah, that's the entire reason why. Those are all the reasons you should not buy physical games. The games will just be broken for no reason whatsoever. The game stores themselves are fucking scams. That's for a different time. Like, GameStop and Entertainment do not test their stuff whatsoever. That's how I ended up with that fucked up copy of South Park Season 2. They didn't have a fucking DVD player to at least test if the fucking DVDs worked. And with GameStop, they don't even have the last fucking generation console to try a Wii U game. I don't even think they test fucking Switch or Xbox One games there. I don't think they test any games. You could probably just send them fucking broken games and they'll buy it from you. Like, GameStop, fucking shit. Goddamn DK Oldies. Like, even at least they test their fucking games. They may not test the consoles, they may not clean their fucking consoles, but at least they test the games to make sure they fucking work, at least. I would highly advise not going to GameStop, and if you're in Missouri, do not fucking go to Entertain Mart or Vintage Stock. Because none of those places test their stuff. You should be asking if it's worth going to DK Oldies first before going to those. Pretty much, this is the list, alright? This is the list, okay? Official seller. The official seller, like Nintendo.com or some shit, you know? Official seller. But if you want it physically, that's when you take your ass to eBay or Amazon. Amazon's a little bit more sketchy, so you should be checking eBay first. But if you can't find any good copies, then you check Amazon. And if you don't want to spend ridiculous prices that are way over, like fucking $900 copies of Mario 64, then you should be checking fucking, like, DK Oldies. Because it's cheaper than Amazon, I can tell you that. And then when you're on DK Oldies, you don't want to pay the price. Then you should be going into the danger zone. The danger zones where the games may or may not work. That's your Vintage Stock and Entertain Mart. That place, you know, doesn't test their stuff, but, like, you can go back and, like, refurbish games, you know, resurface them. And then the bottom of the barrel, you're a fucking parent that doesn't know any better, GameStop. That is the last place you should be going for games. GameStop is a better merchandise store than it is a fucking game store. So yeah, that's my official list of places you should go first. Now you're probably saying, oh, didn't you used to hate DK Oldies? Well, I don't give two fucking shits about them. Like, with Vintage Stock and GameStop, I've been scammed by them more than I have been with DK Oldies, and they gave me a Sega Genesis with a fucking broken reset button. Wrong versions of games. This was the player select version of Mario Galaxy. I know I'm really fucking picky about that, but come on. Games with the wrong cases should be in a purple case. Games with fucking... Where is it? Games with fucked up manuals and, you know, clearly never been cleaned on the inside. You know? Like, those are all pretty bad things. But to be honest, the game, at least, all those games at least work. That's all that matters. I can give them that. They test their stuff. It's just, the console part is what you want to stay away from. You want to stay away from the actual game consoles themselves. Because those are the ones that will give you issues. Like, broken reset buttons and from you millions of boring-ass videos, you know, not being cleaned on the inside. I really wish people would find new stuff to talk about DK Oldies than, oh, not clean inside, you know? But yeah, that is reasons why you should not have a fucking physical game collection. If you want to play a game, just fucking emulate it, you know? Or if you want to play a more expensive game but you don't want to pay for it, put it on a flash drive, play on real hardware if you really want to, if you have the hardware. But if you don't have it, and you don't want to spend like $60 on a Wii and $100 for Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, just emulate it. It's not that hard. You just fucking boot up the emulator, boom, bada bing, bada boom. You're fucking playing a Thousand Year Door. The most fucking boring ass game I've ever played.